So when is the best time to actually start advertising for your tax and accounting services? Well, it's a great question because the last thing you want to do is to spend thousands of dollars on ads only just to realize that the time that you started advertising was the worst time to actually start. So I'll quickly first introduce myself so that you know actually that the advice I'm going to give to you in this video is advice that you can trust. My name is Daan. I'm the owner founder of Accounting Kings. We have worked with more than 100 accountants so far. As we speak, we are partnering with 50 accountants all over the US, Canada, and also one accountant in Australia. And it works really well. Our clients are getting amazing results. And I'm recording these videos for you all just because I think that accountants have so much value actually to offer to business owners, but also individuals. And the main thing that is stopping them from just helping more people is the lack of understanding and time to actually do the marketing and find ways to actually get in contact with people that are in need of the services. So, what is the best time to actually start advertising your tax and accounting services? A client of mine actually was coming to me and she was asking, I want to increase my budget, but I don't know if we can increase this now or if we need to increase this at the beginning of the year. Like, what is your advice? And first of all, it depends on the services that you are offering and that you want to sell more of. If you want to sell more of tax preparation, it doesn't make sense to start advertising tax prep in like October, November. Why? Because people don't need your services unless there are some extensions, for example. But typically, you want to take a look also at seasonality. And later on in this video, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you something pretty cool where you can see the search volume for accounting, bookkeeping, and tax services. But first of all, you need to take a look at what are the services that I'm going to advertise. And for tax preparation, of course, it's the beginning of the year. During tax season, people are looking for the tax services, but you will be surprised that you can actually advertise accounting and bookkeeping services year round. And my advice is the best time to start advertising, unless you are really focused on tax prep, best time to start advertising is now. The reason why this is because you will develop more skill in advertising. You will have more data so that you can optimize faster. And there always are people looking for also tax preparation services year round. So although that of course is more search volume for everybody in tax season for accounting, tax and bookkeeping services, people are looking for even tax prep services year round. So the best time to start advertising is actually now. Same thing with people that are trying to lose weight, for example. Sure, if you start losing weight in December, it will be a little harder, but you will always lose more weight than a person that's going to start in January. So the best time to start advertising is now. Another reason why to actually start advertising now is because the people that you will get in contact with during the year outside of like the peak busy season are the people that are just more prepared and are more organized. And in general, those people will give you less headaches. Someone that is coming to you at like January, February and say, hey, I know that I need to file my taxes April 15. I want to be there very soon so that you don't have to worry about working 80 to 100 hours every week, a couple of weeks before the deadline. Those are the clients that you typically want to get. And if you get a client that is coming to you very early because you started advertising in December, for example, or you started advertising after the tax deadline, typically those are the clients that you enjoy working with most, and they actually also value your services because they understand that your time is valuable and that you are a human too that wants to maybe work a little less than 80 hours per week during busy season. And the clients that come to you a day before the tax deadline typically are not the clients that you want to take on. So that's another benefit of actually starting to advertise now, because the clients that you are going to attract are a little bit more organized, and from my experience and the accountants that I talk to, they enjoy working with those type of people more. So what I'm going to do right now, I'll actually share my screen and I will go over Google Trends. And Google Trends is basically Google showing us what the search volume is for different types of keywords, which will give you a pretty good insight of what people are looking for at which times in terms of the search volume. So I will see you in my computer right now. Okay, so we are here in Google Trends right now. And these are the keywords that I typed in: bookkeeper near me, tax prepper near me, and accountant near me. So first of all, what you see, I will make myself a little smaller so that you can actually pay more attention to the info over here. First of all, what you see is that accountant near me has way more search volume, right? This is in the whole US, but I think it's a pretty good representation of whatever city you are in the US and actually in the world. So what you see with accountant near me, People that are typing in accountant near me, they can be looking for tax preparation, planning, bookkeeping, and also CFO advisory services. What we typically do, if we are doing Google advertising, with a search term like accountant near me, we can use this search term for selling all types of services. And especially if you're after more expensive keywords like relative to tax preparation, bookkeeper near me is an expensive keyword, but especially like CFO advisory services near me. Those are keywords that are relatively more expensive, but if you are actually going to target keywords like accountant near me, which is a pretty general keyword in terms of the services, you can still catch people that are looking for tax prep and bookkeeping services. But anyway, so first of all, what you see, of course, there is a lot of seasonality, right? Especially with tax preparation. So what you can see, I'll actually delete the accountant near me in a second, but what you can see the whole year around is that accountant near me is always getting searches. Yes, there are like peaks and there are times in the year where there's less search volume, but this just simply shows that there is not really a better time in the year to start advertising. The best time to start advertising for your accounting and tax services, if you want to get more clients for those services, is now, because there are always people looking for the services that you want to sell more of. So that's point number one that I wanted to make. And if we are going to take a little deeper look into the tax prep near me and bookkeeper near me, of course you see that tax prep is way more seasonal. But you can see that their bookkeeper near me, it's actually pretty steady. You can see that, for example, with tax prep, there's like a lot of people searching and then it drops, like almost no search volume. But bookkeeper and bookkeeping services in general, it's a pretty steady service. Yes, and of course there are months where it's less search volume, but in general, if you are focused on selling monthly services, you can actually start advertising whenever, because as you can see, this is just like literal evidence from Google. People are always looking for those services. And especially if you start advertising outside of after the tax deadline, for example, people that are looking for those bookkeeping services then, or like in October, November, those are people that actually are very in need of your services. And again, what I also said earlier in the video, those are the people that are most reliable, that will actually give you all the documents and are more organized, because they are not coming to you last minute. So even if you are looking to advertise tax preparation, sure, you can start advertising around this period over here. But clients that you will work with, they will come to you every time there's like a peak in your work volume, right? So if you are going to start advertising tax preparation services, you can see at the beginning of the year, of course, a very big increase. But also you will see an increase when there are like extensions or deadlines, or whenever something needs to be done in terms of tax prep. But the point that I want to make, especially with this video, outside of tax preparation and even tax preparation, the best time to start advertising is now. There's always search volume for accounting and tax services, and there's just a different type of client that you will attract, of course, depending on the time that you are going to advertise. However, if you do a good job of actually raising your clients and just teaching them how things work in your firm, I don't think that's a really big issue. I've had accountants, clients of mine that attracted a lot of tax preparation clients, like in April, end of March, and they just simply raised their clients in a way where they told them, hey, they just simply explained, if you are coming to me a day before the deadline, I'm not going to be able to properly serve you. So there's a way to actually just properly, like, again, raise your clients. But again, if you are thinking of advertising and you are kind of like procrastinating, just start advertising now. It's not a reason to stop and delay the advertising campaign because you think there's a better period to start advertising. Yes, there's a difference in search volume, but also difference in quality of the client. So I think it kind of evens itself out. So to be honest, a lot of the accountants that I speak to that are kind of like procrastinating with launching their advertising campaign and starting doing outreach and asking people for referrals, it's more pain avoidance that they want to start advertising later. So for the people that feel like, hey, that's me, just start advertising now. This is kind of a wake-up call for you all, just to show that you can always advertise for accounting services. So just a quick video. I hope you have a lot of value from it, and I hope you are actually going to start advertising, because it's just the best way for accountants right now to get clients. Also, if you want to get clients and you don't really know how, you don't have the time to figure out all of the advertising and scaling the firm, and you don't really just have the time. Also, if you are an accountant and you want to get more clients but you just don't don't really know how to get clients, or you don't really have the time to do it yourself, there's a link in the description. You can click on it, you can check it out if you want, or just keep watching the videos and try it all yourself. That's also an option, of course. I just make these videos because, again, I know for sure that you have an amazing service and a lot of people can benefit from it. So thank you so much for watching the video. This video is probably going to drop mid-December, early December, so I hope you all have great holidays. Like this video if you want the algorithm of YouTube to recommend more videos like this. Subscribe if you don't want to miss videos, and leave a comment if you have specific questions. So thanks a lot for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.